Okay, so if I change this value, okay, so based on conditions, if you need to do after this statement means until 6 it will go fine. After that it faces continue, so 6 will be here in the X, then it will keep on continuing. Whatever the statement you have given after this continue is not going to work, right? Because this control is going here to while, then again executing. Since X is not incremented, X stays as X and it will keep on executing. See, after 6 it's keep on executing. 0 up to 6 it went fine. Since I have specified continue, then after the continue statement it didn't, this increment is not worked. So whatever I have given after it, it's not going to work. Okay, so think of a scenario when to use the continue. Okay, so since it's going on infinite loop, let me interrupt and restart that kernel. Okay, today we are going to extend for 15 minutes more. That is very interesting topic. If I didn't cover today, then it's difficult. Okay, we are going to see list comprehension, dictionary comprehension, and set comprehension, and generator comprehension also there, that we can cover when we see the generator. Okay, so for example, I have given you an example to append some list, right? For element in L, only even numbers I want to open, like that you can think of. Okay, I have not divisible by 2 and gives me 0. That element alone I'm appending to a list. Okay, so only even numbers I have appended. Okay, so list comprehension is very powerful because it doesn't require any declaration and this append statement. The quickest way to create list comprehension is this. For example, I named L, right? So let's take that L. Think the procedure like how I am decoding. Okay, I have this for statement executed, right? I am copying that. I am pasting here. Then what other condition I have? If statement that is going to execute after it. Okay, then finally I'm appending, right? So the control will go from this for and to the if, then finally appending. So if I give this element here, that's it, list created with single line of code. So it's basically the expression. It doesn't mean that it should be an element like this. You can also do some multiplication as well. For example, I have this list, right? Into 2, then it will be multiplied. You can also take square root by double asterisk. Sorry, squared, right? If I give 0.5, it's going to take the square roots of all the elements. Excuse me. So you can do any operation here, arithmetic operation you want. You can also apply some built-in functions here. Okay, let me clear this. So with for and if statement you have seen, very simple list comprehension is this example. Then you can create just like this and if I want to have some operation, if I need to add 3 or something, then you can use it. Okay, then we have introduced if statement here, right? I have introduced if statement here. Then you can use else statement also in here. Then I will show you an example. Okay. Okay. Excuse me 1 second. Someone brought my phone here to record, so that's why disturbance. Just wait for a moment. For example, and also I need to check, I need to add the element only, for example, greater than 10 I need to include. Okay, I am meaning that I am ignoring these statements. Then here you have done it. How will you do it in list comprehension? So when the if statement alone is fine, but if it has else statement also, this if should come here. Okay, I'm not using that else now. Okay, I'm just adding another condition. You just copy here. Okay, this is also going to give me the same result. Okay, whatever greater than 10 it included. You can also include another condition as well, or another if condition as well, like this. Okay, so you can have a nested list also looped with 2 for loops. Excuse me. For example, I'm planning to square the elements when it's even. Okay, and if it's odd, I am trying to cube that element. Okay, this is the generic way you will be using, right? So since even, leave the 2 elements anyway. So this is even and that is squared. 3 is odd and it's cubed. Then again even number and odd number. So it's squared and cubed separately. So I have else statement here. How can I use that in list comprehension? When you have else within the list comprehension, then you need to bring that if here. Then for odd numbers I'm squaring it, else cubing it. Okay, so this also going to give me the same result. Let me go through once again. Okay,
is there no order of execution from left to right or right to left or something like that? This order is completely kind of a jumbling way.
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. For loop is first will execute. If you have if, that's going to execute, then the expression and the value you are using in if statement, right, that will execute. If you have another if, this if is going to execute. So the order is for loop, how it's executing. See, first for loop, then this if loop, then else, right? So like that, for loop and if if this is all three completed, then the result of this goes to X. Okay, so it follows order, but when you have else statement, little confusion that you need to bring that if alone before this for loop. Okay, when you have else condition, otherwise it's going to follow this order only. Let me reiterate through it. Okay, if you need to create simple list, okay, that's fine. If I need to filter the elements that is divisible by 2 or even number, then you can go for it. And also I need to check for a condition that should be X should be greater than 10, sorry, 2, because I have little items. So then this will execute. In place of this and, you can use if as well. So this for is executed first, and it will have all the 0 to 9 elements. It will check, loop through each element. It will take first 0, then divisible 2, then it will check for the condition. If it's true and this condition also true, this X will execute. Okay, so this is the way it will execute, like this only. That's why I have told you this version and list comprehension version. From that only I copied and created. See, I copied this one first and this second. In place of this append, it's defaultly when you give in list comprehension, this X will be inserted. Okay, so to ignore the declaration and this method, that only we are doing. Otherwise we are giving same statements only, right? So it's not going to save, save anywhere. If you need to save, then you need to assign it to some variable so that it will have that item permanently. Okay. So
for internal execution, but this list comprehension, the normal execution is going to be same, or is it going to be differ?
yeah, execution is same. So first this will execute and this and this.
No, just I'm talking about his performance point of view. Is there any internal way of execution? Is it going to differ from list comprehension and the direct loop kind of stuff, or whatever you showed out?
Yeah, it's going to in a traditional way only. It's going to execute. It's not going to save some time for running. It's not. It's going to save for your time.
Okay, that's okay.
Quickest way of creating list.
Creating
Okay.
things.
Anyway, it should loop through, right? It's
Yes,
not
yeah,
going to
yeah.
have some magic function to do that. So anyway, behind the scenes, it's going to execute in a normal way. But for your eyes, it seems
Yes,
simple.
yeah. Okay.
Okay. I have some list one. Okay. Some 3 elements, and list 2 and list 3. Let's put all this element in single list. The nested list only I'm doing like this. Sorry. Putting all the list in here. If I need to loop through all the elements, right, then this is list sublist I am taking from the list. Okay, here elements. Here it would have got first element 1, 2, 3, right? So this is also a list. Because of that, I can loop through that element as well. Okay. I need to unpack all the elements and should append. So I will give some new name, new list. Okay. What I'm doing, I'm unpacking these 1, 2, 3 elements and I'm appending to the new list. Okay. So let me print that as well. So this way you can flatten the list. So it had nested elements of list. So I have gone through each list. When I execute this statement, all the 3 individual lists would have come into loop. Then since it's list, I can loop through the elements as well. So here it will take 1, 2 and 3 in the element. It's appended. So it's completed this loop and it went to this loop and it grabbed the second item and iterated through each individual elements, then third, then it appended finally. Okay. How will I do that in list comprehension? Same. I'm declaring inside that I'm copying first executing method, then the second one. Then for this element, that's the expression called here, because you can do some operations here, right? +1 or something, anything. So this one line also going to unpack all the elements. So this is what the list comprehension and its power. Okay, you can also do, for example, I have nested list, right? That list alone I am taking. Okay, so that this sublist is simply list, right? So it have all the elements. Okay, if I need to find what's the maximum number in this list, you can go for max built-in function. That's going to take some object. What is the biggest elements inside the element? I mean inside the list it will take. Okay, so this will append all the maximum elements. So in a maximum number, so it's 3 here, 6 here and 9 here. So all the maximum number in the nested list are appended this to this new list. Okay, you can use min function as well. So it's going to give you minimum number, that was 1 and 4 and 7. So what I mean is you can apply some built-in methods as well in list comprehension. All the methods we are following here, right, that is common for all the objects. What I mean, dictionary comprehension is there. Whatever the for loop and double for loop and if condition I have used is same for all the comprehensions. Okay, only difference is if you are giving square brackets, then it's going to create new list. If you are giving curly brackets, then it's going to give you dictionary. I mean dictionary, not only dictionary. If you are giving key and value pair here, then it's going to be dictionary. If you are giving only one value, for example, set comprehension, I'm say. Sorry. Okay. So this set without any keys, right? So this is set. You can check the type. Set. Okay. If you are giving colon and you are squaring that number, that means when it comes 0, 0 squared. when it iterates through another element, 1, then it's 1, 2 means 4, like that it will loop entire this one. If you check now, then it's dictionary because I have passed in key and values here. See, key and value. But in the previous case, I didn't pass this one, so that was type set. Okay. For dictionary comprehension and set comprehension is same, but if based on the expression you are giving, you can give square alone, but it stays as set. But if you give colon and giving some two variables, this x and this x inside the colon, I mean left and right, then it's going to create a type of dictionary. So this is dictionary comprehension and set comprehension and list comprehension. Okay, you can also apply some methods as well. Okay, available for string or something. I have some string here. Okay. I want to iterate through all the letter. I'll go with okay, so it's like this. So if I need to change that to uppercase and appending, right? Then so it's create separate element and splitter. I can apply some methods as well here. So this is permanent. What I mean is you can do some arithmetic operation here. You can apply min, max, and what are the built-in function available, and you can also use methods available for that object. So since it's string, upper and lower methods are available. So if it's a list, then I mean list comprehension methods, when you create list comprehension, that time you should not use. But other objects, mixed types, if it holds, for example, I have a list and mixed type of dictionary and string. I am grabbing that dictionary. Then what are the methods available for dictionary that you can apply in list comprehension? Okay. For example, I have a key. Let's see some more example for dictionary comprehension. Okay. Let's copy this. Okay. I need to copy all the dictionary elements onto the new dictionary. For example, new dictionary I'm naming it. Okay. So key value pairs I'm taking, and I'm looping through all the key value pairs in the dictionary items. Okay. And I'm copying to new dictionary. Okay, it will execute this statement. This will give you list of key value pairs, then it will assign to K and V, then the same is assigned to new dictionary key and value pairs. Okay, sorry. You should not give comma here, you should pass in colon. Okay, so just copy it. For example, if I need to change the keys to values to key, then you just change here, it will work. So value 1 came to keys position and keys value k1 move to values position. So this reverse also you can do. For example, you need to pull only keys values with k1. Okay, I'm just from this dictionary, I just want to filter only k1. Then you can use the if condition here. Let me take that off. Okay, so this item alone it will grab. For filtering also you can use. So the concepts are same, but the notation you are using, if you're using square brackets, then that's a list. Then if you're passing one element, I mean values with curly brackets, then that becomes set comprehension. If you're passing key value pass like this and using curly bracket notation, then that is dictionary comprehension. Okay. So that's it for today's session. You have any questions?
No, Naveen.
At first it may look some complex thing we are doing, but if you break down the code before you go for comprehension, just think of that logic in traditional way. I mean, for example, if I need to change that key value items, right, I will loop through the key and what I will do, new dictionary I'm creating, right? So new dictionary, and in place of key I need value, right? I need to declare that new dictionary as well. Then only you can start adding the elements, right? So I have declared dictionary and I'm adding the key because I'm reversing it. So I'm passing v as a key, then I'm assigning key as a value. Okay, so new, for each element it will take and assign. Once the loop ends, I'm printing this new d and I'm printing, I'm getting that value. So how can I backtrack this code through dictionary comprehension? Just copy this. That's it. In place of k comma v, you are going to give v comma k through unpacking. Sorry, again I'm staying colon. Okay. So this way, first do it in this way, then you come for comprehension. Then to crack the code is very difficult, very easy. Yeah. Okay. Do you have any questions? Sorry for the interrupt in between. I just someone came in.
As of now, no.
Okay. If anyone have questions, please feel free to ask me. I can ready to answer for another 1 hour as well. If you are not clear, then don't go out of this session. Okay, this is actual Python list comprehension, and these are quickest way, right? You can access things dynamically and create bindings dynamically. So if you don't understand that, don't exit. So that's it for today.
Can you relate to some live examples?
For dictionary or any, while we do the file handlings, right? Anyway, we have created objects. We have created some how to hold the values from different terminal and files and database. We have objects to bring those data to program. So we know some statements now to process that. So to bring that files data to variable, right, or objects, right, that time you can see that real example.
Thank you.
Okay, while file handling, I will say about these concepts. Okay, thanks everyone for joining.
Thanks, Naveen.
Thank you, Naveen. Welcome.
Thank you, Naveen.
Thank you.
Thanks, Naveen.